Hi everybody, my name's Leo Medley. I'm the General Manager at Veeve. One of the questions I get asked a lot from our homeowners is what's going on in the market. And it's been a really interesting year in short-term rentals. The market in London has shown to be impressively resilient. And what we're seeing is a really strong demand for high quality, well-managed homes in central and sought-after locations. Our data shows that bookings that are made at least 90 days before check-in yield a higher ADR. So in most cases, we're seeing a 20% improvement in ADR for the bookings that are made earlier, as opposed to the bookings that are made last minute. In terms of the booking window, which is the amount of time between the booking and check-in, we've seen that come down from last year to this year. So for last year, it was just over 50 days, whereas this year it's 40 days. So it's come down quite significantly just in the space of a year. The next thing we've seen is length of stay drop. So for the first time, we've seen the average length of stay drop below 7 days. Last year it was 7.2 days, and this year it's 6.8 days on average. Now that might seem like a small shift, but it's quite a big thing amongst our hosts because a lot of our hosts have a 7-day minimum restriction in place. And what that means is you're cutting yourself off from a lot of the market who are wanting to stay in your property. So when I look at the whole portfolio, I look at properties that give us good availability all year round and early availability, they're the properties that perform really well. So even if yours is a primary home and you only open for 6 weeks of the year or 7 weeks of the year, actually the most important thing is how early you open that calendar up. So if you know now that you've got a summer holiday for 2026 and it's booked, I would encourage you to open your calendar. We're about to go into January, which is a peak booking period for us, where we see long lead bookings that will yield those higher ADRs. So I can only encourage you to open your calendar as early as you can. Another common question I get from our homeowners is about regulation. And one of the first pieces of regulation that I'd like to talk about is the short-term rentals registration scheme, which we're expecting to come into play in 2026. I say the first thing to note on this is that we're working closely with a lot of industry partners, including the STAA, to understand what's happening and try and shape what the implementation looks like. The second point is we're actually quite excited because what this means is a lot of supply will move out of the market. A lot of supply that's perhaps not operating in the right way, they won't be able to operate when the registration schemes come in, and professional operators like Veeve will be in a really strong position. The reduction of supply in the market is a good thing for demand, and what we're expecting to see off the back of this is a growth in ADR whenever this is implemented in 2026. As we go through these changes and we navigate these changes, we'll communicate with you all the way through, and particularly with the registration scheme, which we're expecting to be imminent in 2026, we'll be starting to increase our communication around how you navigate that, and we will make sure we support you all the way. And with that, we wish you a very happy festive period, and we look forward to working with you in 2026. If you need anything, please reach out to me or the team, and we'll be here to help.